How are you?
I'm alive.
Live crawling it. You know what's funny? I feel like this is going to be the best interview ever because you're just comfortable. You're in the bed right now. Tell me what you got going on. Why are you in some random hotel room?
It's not random. It's it's a hotel in Xiamen, a city in China. I'm quarantined. I'm on my way back to Shanghai and Beijing, working, and a lot of stuff in line right now. Moving back to live with my parents because we're separated for 10 years. So I really feel like, hey, it's time for me to really, spend some time with my parents and protect them, love them. Yeah. And yeah, a lot of stuff in line, a lot of music dropping this year, 40 plus tracks coming up, a lot of my full album this year, and also a lot of different collaborations on different projects, not necessarily projects, and a lot of stuff going on. It's crazy. And now we're here with my single, talking about my single, LMLY, Leave Me Loving You.
First of all, I want to talk about the single. I just heard it. It sounds really good. And there's the line from a single that I want to talk about. But how do you feel going back with your parents? Because you've been on your own for such a long time and it's been 10 plus years. So how do you feel like just coexisting with them?
I love them. And honestly, this is the thing. Like, whenever I'm with my parents, I always feel like I'm 10 years old, like I'm a baby. But there were some moments where that just kicked me in the face. For instance, when there was this moment I remember, they were walking up the stairs, and then as a kid, parents, they're like warriors to us, and they're like Power Rangers to us. So there were moments, like they walk up. There was this day, my mom walked up the stairs, and then she had to hold the handle.
Rail. Right.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then it's just small stuff like that. I think I'm maybe too sensitive, but it gave me, it kicked me in the face of me, getting me to think, oh, like, I need to protect my parents now. Like, it's my turn now, it's my turn to protect them and make sure that they're fine, make sure that they're secure,
It's interesting that you say that because I'm super close to my grandparents, and I, something like that would kick me in the face also, because it shows that, number one, she's not immortal, and number two, like, it's not necessarily you have much time, but you have to cherish the time that you're with them. You know what I mean? Because you can see them getting older.
Yeah. And also, like, in life, I just felt like it got me to a point where I thought, you can't have everything in the world. You can't have everything, in life. And no matter if it's entertainment industry or any industry, you have to be blessed to even accomplish few things, So I think while you're in the zone, you always sprint. You tend to not focus, or not. You tend to like lose some of the stuff around you. Like let's say, for instance, 10 years, it passed by so quick. I thought it was like last week, like we did a lot, but I felt like all of a sudden, like when I meet my parents, like when did my parents became like act this way? Or like sometimes my mom would say stuff that's very cute, and it that's like another warning, and not warning, but it's like another reminder for myself, hey, like as you said, they're not immortal, they're it's my turn now, as a son. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate that you're doing that. It also shows, like, what type of person you are, to just stop what you're doing, take a breather, and just hang out with your parents for a second. I think that's so dope.
It's very important to balance it. Like, I can still go full out, but let's give let's balance the time that I spent with them. That's why I decided to move in together with them, in the same building.
Right.
so that, you know, no matter every day after work, no matter if it's an hour or 2
Right.
hours, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, we're seeing each other in person rather than like FaceTime. You know, there's a limit in FaceTime or video call, you know?
Right.
So if you meet your parents in person, it means it's different. So really want to, you know, spend some time with them.
I love that. You know what I love when I follow you on Instagram? It always just seems like you are up to something. You're working, you're making sure things get done, like with all of your brands and things like that. When you are coming up with a new concept, are you in every creative aspect, meeting everything when everything goes on, if that makes sense?
Yes, I'm always involved. Let's say for music, for production, I make sure that I write my script and I write my treatment every time for all my
Mhm.
releases, and also um, if I'm like collaborating with another director, I make sure that uh, uh, it's the way that I really want it and how I wrote that. Oh, what was that? Is that a cat?
That's a cat.
It scared me. Oh, it's a fairy. It's some fairy steak. Oh, that scared me just now, man. I was like, is that some
Wait, what is that? Is that something
is
meant
that
to
some CG effects? I thought it
No.
was me for a
You know
moment.
what's funny? I should have just said, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you
Where was I?
We were talking about the creativity and how important it is for you to
Yes.
be involved.
I write my own treatments. I directed, and then also for the fashion side, I always come up with the designs and make sure what is good to release and what's not. Even every process, I have to make sure that it's to a point where I'm satisfied and we're satisfied. Of
Right.
course, it can't be done without the help of the whole team
Mhm.
of the whole company, Team Wang. Production side, we have like the music crew. We have like the video crew. We for fashion side, we have all these different divisions in these two companies, fashion and like record label. Like
Mhm.
without the help of each people on board, I would have never done it. So like big shout out to them, Team Wayne crew, Team Wayne design crew, and Team Wayne Records label crew.
You have your hands in so many ventures, like so many things
Not,
going
not
on.
I mean, it's just fashion, like my brand and also my record label. That's it. But we're expanding the record label
Mhm.
uh, this year. Right now we have like production. We have like a full label division. We have production, distribution, PR. We have artist management. We have did I mention production? Yeah, production requires like we do music, we produce music and like videos for other brands or other artists too. And then for our we distribute and we PR we have our own team. And then for artist management this year we're looking into like, you know, uh new artist uh in Team Wang.
That's amazing. So let's talk about the new song, Leave Me Loving You. It sounds really good. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Leave Me Loving You. It's um well, comparing to my previous release, like actually it's the fun thing about this is it's like a continuous concept of Pretty Please. So
Mhm.
like we're still in the zone of 80s and 90s Chinese movie, Hong Kong Chinese movies, and it's still a love story,
Mhm.
but it's a completely different love story. Uh, and comparing to Pretty Please, the way it's still like movie like concept, but the way we shot it, it was more like a musical. And for Leave Me Loving You, this time we shot it more like a movie angle.
Mhm.
And um, we use some interesting techniques to shoot it in terms of like we used some drones. We used like a drone shot,
Mhm.
but indoor.
Nice.
Yeah, so and the director I worked with this time, also Team Wang, and he's James, and he's amazing. He very suits like we are on in the same channel. I'm very glad to work with him, and and Leave Me Loving You. Actually, you know that's like the first line of the chorus. So which stated, don't leave me loving you. So the whole song is about like, don't leave me hanging, loving you. Don't leave me hanging alone. Yeah. And then for the music video concept, long story short, it's just like I'm a Chinese worker in this Chinese restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I am I this one day this girl came in, and love at first sight. I fell in love with her deeply, and then we had some decent, sweet moments together. And then one day, it happened. It turned out, she has a guy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she has a guy with her, and then they got married. And then it turned out that all the moments that we spent together, it was just my imagination.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was a line from the song that I was like, oh, it's like, I don't know why, but it touched my soul. It was like, if you tiptoe out in the morning, I need a warning. And I was like, woo,
Yeah.
you don't want to be left alone with your thoughts.
Yes. But do you think the song is okay?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I like the beat. I love the I love the lyrics. And it's so funny because it's so hard for me to like listen to lyrics. I'm one of those people who just like really enjoys, beats and stuff like that. But I really like the lyrics. So it sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, and you know, everything in terms of like the production side, it was a challenge this time. And we had limited time. We had to finish everything in a month and a half in terms of like recording and mixing, mastering, and then writing the right treatment, writing and then getting that treatment and turning it into live, and and executing, having the location set, because it's very hard at this period of time. It's very hard to even have a location to shoot. And a lot of stuff, the concept of it, and then the post-production of the video itself, like everything together. We rushed everything, not rushed, but we happened
to accelerate the process. You have to accelerate it.
We happened to finish it, and we're satisfied.
So the song's out. Here's a question. Do you ever get anxiety before you start to release something to the public?
I get anxiety every day, even though I'm not releasing stuff, because just preparing a release or an output of Team Wang is just we're working on different outputs. Like, we're working on different projects at the same time.
Right.
It's like a factory inside my brain that, this every single day. And that's why I'm always, stressed out, like insecure and anxiety, what you said. Like,
what are some of the things that you would be insecure about?
Is it going the right direction? Like, the progress is what's hard. The process of building everything together, puzzling everything together. That's the most tricky part to me. I believe in like 3 elements for running the whole thing. It's about the timing. The timing is very important. Luck is very important. And the quality of the product is the output is very important. The music, the video, the thing, is it convincing enough? And then lastly is the strategy. How am I going to put it, present it to the audience? And like, we have to make sure as a team in Team Wang, is everyone in the same page? We have to make sure that every single day, and is everything going the right direction? Absolutely. And that's what stresses everyone out every day.
So what are you working on next? You got the album coming later in the year, right?
Yeah, a full album, and then keep releasing a lot of singles, and then having a lot of different projects and global collaborations going on. Yeah, that leads to my album.
Well, Jackson, it's always a pleasure. I always have such a good time whenever I get to sit and chat with you. Next time you're in LA, we gotta hang out again. Come up to the studio and we'll chop it up.
Yes. I mean, sorry for talking so much.
No, listen, this is an interviewer's dream. I just love chatting with you.
Oh man. Yeah, but thank you for, I'm honored every time, to speak with you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I will talk to you later.
Yes, sir.